Hey girl, hey, and welcome to Christmas Prep part number 2. Today we are unboxing some of the most viral Christmas trees on the internet, as well as finding some amazing real feel Garland dupes that aren't viral yet, but they totally should be, so you're getting first dibs. We are talking everything from King of Christmas to My Texas House, so let's jump into it. Before we jump into the boxes, I did want to quickly introduce myself. Hi, my name is Ashley, and welcome to my channel, A Spoonful of Ashley, where I share a little bit of everything from home organization to decorating, shop with me's, and some mom life sprinkled in along the way. So if that is content you would love to see in your subscription feed, I would love it if you'd either click the red subscribe button, or if you're one of the over 50% of people watching the video that's watching from a TV, you can actually pull out your handy dandy cell phone, open the camera up, and point it towards this little box right here, and it will go ahead and pull up my channel on your phone so you can subscribe right from there, make it a little easier. Would love to have you in the internet, fam, and with no further ado, let's jump into the box. The first tree we are unboxing in this video is my new 7.5 foot tall pre-lit flocked drooping pencil spruce Christmas tree with pine cones. That is a mouthful, but I will have it linked down below. I do enjoy this one. After being able to sit with it for a little bit, I do really like the tree. I'm very excited to decorate it. I think it is quite a lovely tree and it fits perfectly in my space. All right, so first impressions of this are the fact that, well, I'm impressed. So I'm shaking it, very little flockings coming off. Because to me, I feel like that's a good thing because the flocking's there, but it's not like falling off. So if you're one of those people, you're like, I want a flocked tree, but I don't want to be sweeping flocking off my floor until next July, this could be a good option. We just have the classic base that you spin, 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 and then it has the little keys that you put in. So I'm gonna prep this, have them in far enough that they'll stay, but not so far that we can't put the tree base together. In the package, you're gonna find your plug-in, your cables to, power the tree, because it does require electricity. We're in 2025. And then it does come with a little remote to control the tree. Oh, and if you need help, you can scan this QR code. Let's see. Maybe I can do it by myself, but we're gonna hold on to this until we're done. I think this is the bottom. Say that's the bottom. I do really like how the wiring for this tree is, because you have one plug at the end for the top section of the tree. So you just feed it up through the middle. You have a section, another plug here about halfway down. And then you have a third one. So instead of where it, like all the cable comes in, I'm sure you've seen a tree like, some of you may have seen a tree like this, or maybe even owned a tree like this, or currently have one. But it comes in and then it like splits off into like multiple directions for how many ever tiers that you have to light of the tree. But I end up with those, if you don't do the right one and it's not precise, then you end up, oh dang it, that's not where that goes, and you have to like rearrange where the plug, like cables go to, if that makes any sense. So it's just a little frustrating. So we're gonna plug this in. Let's see. When it comes to the colors, you have the first setting is just white. The second setting is just colored lights. The third setting is a mix that twinkles. So it kind of twinkles back and forth between colors, and then it's white, and now it's going back color again. So that's kind of fun, gives a little motion to the tree. Number 4 is kind of the same thing, but a different, like more speedy twinkle back and forth between white and colored lights. Number 5 is I feel like a little bit faster, and then you got the blinking, and then really blinking strobe light tree, and slower blinking strobe light tree again. Now we're colored. Now we have a colorful strobe light. You get the idea. Just white, slow fading to color. This feels very similar, but apparently it's different. We got another interesting fade back and forth. More blinking white. Okay, this is just white. Going back and forth between blinking and strobe, which looks cool on the TV. In person, I'm almost like, okay, this might be a little much. Same thing for the color lights. So I'm just gonna turn it straight white, but you get the idea. There are a lot of modes. You can also brighten the tree, or you can dim the tree. So that's pretty cool. But real question though, does anyone not plug in their tree until after decorating? Or is that just a movies thing? Because that really freaks me out. Because I'm like, if you load this thing with decorations after you've put lights on it, or if it's pre-lit, whatever, I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm team plug it in. But now we're gonna fluff it because this looks nothing like the photo of what I bought on Amazon. And I am going to throw on my handy dandy gardening gloves so my hands don't get covered in scratches. So to all of you who've recommended this over the years, much appreciated. You guys are fantastic. If you didn't know about this like me, grab yourself some gardening gloves. Initial thoughts on the tree is that for it to look like the photo on the listing, you do have to spend some time working with it. You also, I fluffed it more on the right side, more like in the listing that Amazon has. So in the picture that you're seeing on the screen. And then on the left side, I fluffed it like more straight out. If you want it to have that look, you do need to go in and kind of bend the branches downward. So it looks like a heavy snowfall fell on it. That's the thing that drew me to it. It was the way that it was kind of fluffed and looks on the tree or on the listing photo. I will say, I don't know that it's quite as full. When you're back at a distance, you can't tell it as much, but I will say when you get closer, you can see there's some like gapping, which I could do a little bit with fluffing. Obviously that leaves room for garland and ornaments and all that good stuff, which is totally fun to add. But just kind of looking at the tree, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I would buy this tree again. I like it as far as it's not a full pencil tree. It's not like stick skinny, but it is very skinny. And especially once I fluff this left side down to be like a little more heavy snowfall and the way it was intended, I think it's gonna look amazing. It'll look like that side. So I would seriously give it a 7 out of 10. I would buy this tree again. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the place. I started doing it here, and it's actually going to go in this corner when I go to decorate. But for the price point and the quality, I think it is great. So if you're looking for a tree like this, if you're looking for something slimmer, then I will have it linked down below so you can go and check it out. So it's the next day, and my 2-foot tall version of the My Texas House tree is here. So here in a second, you're gonna see me unbox the 4-foot, as well as one that I kind of had thought would be a dupe for that, according to the pictures, but getting it in person and kind of seeing it's not really a dupe. But I did find this little guy. I had bought it as a battery-powered tree to go somewhere where I needed a battery-powered tree. But honestly, this is the actual dupe for the My Texas House tree. This is a 2-foot tree. I will link these below. The one with My Texas House, let me grab some scissors. I honestly couldn't put it into words yesterday. It was just something about it that I'm just like, I can't tell what is it about this that I'm just like, is underwhelming me, and that I'm like, I just can't put my finger on it. I get that this tree is viral and whatever, but I'm just not getting the hype so far. So after sleeping on it, my thing is that it doesn't look like the box, you guys. So I'm gonna pop up a picture here on the screen. This is what the tree is supposed to look like. Like, that is fairly thick. So I totally understand that the theme and style and vibe of this tree is more sparse. In nature, they are more sparse. But this thing is just going crazy over here, hold on. But when you compare the picture of the tree to what the tree looks like, and I have tried, like, I've spent way too much time attempting what is going on. But this is a picture of the tree, and I have fluffed this thing until I can't fluff it anymore. Like I have moved it and I messed with it and it's just not looking as full and luscious. And I ultimately think that was the thing that was kind of underwhelming about it is I've seen, and I went back and looked at some of Erin from My Texas House's videos and posts about the tree. And I'm like, okay, mine looks fairly similar to hers in the photos and in the videos, but I had been walking past the box and I was getting this photo every day. And so I feel like, at least for me, the photo compared to this was what was such a letdown for me. Like it is a beautiful tree. It looks very real. It looks like a little cypress cedar tree. And I think it's gorgeous. But ultimately, that I feel like was the disconnect for me is the packaging photo and how you get it and you fluff it out of the box. I hate to use the word misleading, but it just, this and this are not the same thing. Like it feels fuller. Again, I know that's the style, but honestly, I'm just glad I didn't, because I started to get a 7.5 foot version of that tree. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because looking at the box, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the most gorgeous tree. So needless to say, look, if your store has samples out first, maybe take a peek at the sample before you buy the tree, or go look at like her photos and videos and like how it looks, because I don't know, it's just the box photo to that is a little different. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let's unbox the 2 foot one. So we have the little 2 foot baby here. It comes with the same basket as the other one. It is weighted, so it's got a little bit, it's not like concrete or anything, but it is weighted and heavy. And then also inside of the basket, you can see there's a little bit of kind of greenery grass. Think Easter basket grass, only not the stuff that's gonna get all over your floors and all over everywhere. Let's see, okay, there's nothing to cut off. This tree is pre-assembled, so it comes like it comes. I can't tell which one's supposed to be like the stick straight up part. Maybe this one? I don't know, maybe this one? This one's taller. We're gonna go with this one. So it's DIY. But this tree is cute. I feel like at 2 foot, it's a little bit taller. This part is so bent over. It doesn't want to stay up. That's a little disappointing. So there's very little assembly for the 2 footer. So that's nice. Here's this. I'm gonna quickly fluff it. Okay, so that's kind of how we're looking with a quick little fluff there. So again, it's a little sparse, but again, that's how it's supposed to look. I do like this one. I feel like in comparison, they just look slightly different. You can tell from the close-up, you've got a little more texture to the branches of variety for the My Texas House tree that's over here. And then this one is a little bit more on the Christmas tree side. So ultimately, I like both. This one, the My Texas Tree House, I will hand it to it. It does get the more realistic looking points, like it wins the points for that one. But I wish that they would have, at least with the 2 foot, at least made the 2 foot battery powered, or had an option, like if you could like plug it in or make it a battery. That would be my like thing that I would love to see with this tree, because this is screaming like, put me on an island, put me somewhere where there's not an outlet. And I think that would be helpful. That is where this one wins it. So if you are needing flexibility of being able to move it and put it in a place where an outlet isn't conveniently located, and you're just like, I don't want to hide cables, I don't want to run extension cords, I don't want all of that mess, this tree wins. I love the glow. This one has more light options as well. So there, it's got that going for it, is you can actually change the different settings. It has 8 different settings. It has a combination, in wave, sequential, slow glow, chasing, slow fade, twinkle, and steady on. So it has a lot of variety, where this one is just, you can twinkle. And I think that's it. They said you can change them to being steady on, but maybe that's on the larger trees and not on the small potted trees, the 4 foot and the 2 foot. So yeah, ultimately, overall, my pick is going to be this one. This is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful tree. I'm happy with it, but this tree just has flexibility that this one doesn't. And so I prefer the options. Like this one, it's looks, but as far as versatility of decorating and being able to use it however and wherever I want it, this one wins. Okay, so let's bust out the viral tree that everyone seems to kind of be losing their minds over. I'm very curious to see if it lives up to the hype. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So this is the 4 foot potted option of the My Texas House tree. Here is the bottom. It is weighted, so that's cool. You have the stem in the bottom and you have like this faux grass looking stuff under there. Kind of looks like a little Easter basket. That's kind of the vibe it's giving. Got the tree itself. So I'm hoping this one doesn't take as much fluffing as the last one. Pop that off, and it just slides over the pole in the bottom. Plug already in there. I'm going to take and bend these branches down before I plug the other half in. That's the first part. And this has the same style of plug. So you have your 2 ends here that will plug together. Let's see, where did that? Nope, it goes like that. There we go. Plugs in, and then the little spinning piece comes down, twists together, and voila! Your tree is now connected and ready to glow. Let's see, let's do some more bending of the branches, and then we'll plug it in and see what she looks like. I'm excited. It's pretty. It feels really thin, but this is just this style of tree. I'm more of a fluffy tree kind of girl. This one's just feeling a little sparse, but you know, that's the style. Maybe I'm just not trendy. I don't know. It's okay. We all don't have to like the same things. Maybe once I plug it in, I'll like it better. Also, my plug-in, yes, it is uncovered. We're doing construction on this. This is not done, so that's why it's undone. This is not normally uncovered, for those that are curious. Pretty sure we have power here. Oh, there it comes. It just takes a minute. Oh, it twinkles. Okay, I like the twinkle. I forgot that it twinkled. I don't know how I feel about it. How do we feel about it? I'm not used to a tree this sparse. I'm gonna be honest. To me, this almost feels a little Charlie Brown. But, again, that is the tree type. Yeah, it's, maybe it'll grow on me. I'm not fully understanding the hype. I did, though, find a dupe on Amazon because this tree is sold out. I will link it down below, so if you want to click the link and see if it's back in stock, you're more than welcome to. But at least if it's like last year, when this one sells out, she gone. Like, she is not coming back. So let's look at the dupe. All right, so this one got a little bunged up in transit, so I'm gonna cover that because it is my address. But she's seen some things. I don't know what happened here, that like Freddy Krueger got a hold of her or something. I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and pop this one open. This, I will say, is a 32-inch tree, so it's not quite as big as our 4-footer over here, but it's not quite as small as its little 2-foot sibling that I also have coming in the mail. So we're gonna open this one up and see what it's like. All right, so this one is already assembled. Ooh, comes with a little sampler, so we can already plug the lights in. And the nice thing about this one that I do love over, here's the cover, that I do love over the My Texas Treehouse, that looks really small in comparison. Are we sure this is 32 inches? I'm not so sure. This does not look 32 inches, but I digress. The thing that I love about this one is it is battery powered, which is nice. The lights do not twinkle, so this one has that magic that this one doesn't. But this is battery powered, meaning you can put it anywhere. You're not outlet trapped with your location or having to figure out how in the world am I going to hide this extension cord to plug in this tree. So she is smaller, but if you're wanting one like this would be great. I'm thinking of putting one on my island. And so I think this would be a great tree for that. I love that this one also, the My Texas Treehouse has this, but this one also has a multiple kind of tones to it. So it looks a bit more realistic that way. These trees, if you see one and it's just all one solid color, that's not, I mean, it's Christmas tree-ish, but it's not like, it doesn't look real, you know what I mean? And if you're going for that real look, you're gonna wanna look for a tree with varying colors of green in it. It doesn't need to be just one solid shade. You wanna mix it up a little bit. So, all right, the more I do this one out, it has these little wired lights on it. That's interesting. Okay, so that's what we're looking at with this tree. I do like this one. It seems, I don't know. It's hard to say if it's maybe a bit more, but it is definitely small. So for the price point, Amazon constantly changes. So I will have links down below so you can see the accurate price tag. I think they were within $5 of each other, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, this is getting a larger tree for your buck, but this one gives you more flexibility. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but as far as the look, I think the My Texas Treehouse wins over the Dupe for me personally. I do love this. I am keeping this. I am going to decorate with this, but if we're like looking side by side, I prefer that one. I prefer the darker tones of this one versus the lighter. This one's, it's got dark tones, but it has a lot of light tones. And so I like this one. It's got less light and more solid dark. It does have multiple tones, like I said, but it's just a little darker. So in the battle of the original versus the semi-dupe, I love this one. This one is flexible. This one is great. I would use this on my island. I would use this in my bathroom, like on the counter on a vanity, especially like in the center between two double sinks. This would be perfect to be like sitting there, be able to light up and not have to have an outlet. Because at least for our bathrooms, any of them, my kids have a double sink and then our bathroom has a double sink and the outlets are on the ends. So it's like here in the middle, it's kind of no man's land. This would be perfect for that. So it definitely plays its purpose. So it all depends on how you're utilizing the tree. But overall, I got to give it to this one. And this little guy, for the price point, that's going to drag its score down a little bit. And I'm just going to give this one a 6, honestly. 6 out of 10. She's pretty. It's great. I love it. I would buy it again. But it's got to be for a purpose. You know what I mean? Okay, yes, the trees do continue to get smaller. This one's supposed to be 2 feet. Yep. I don't know about that. Let's open it. Okay, so first thoughts is this one looks pretty cute. It's a little one tone, a little bit, but this one definitely feels more real feel. I prefer this straight out the box. I prefer this one to this one. It feels like the quality texture of the My Texas house. So if you do have one of those and you like that, This one is super similar. If you were wanting to put a smaller battery powered one in the vicinity or like keep it within the same look, this one is like that. I also think this one was cheaper, like significantly cheaper than this guy. It's just a tad smaller, but I wonder if this company has any other sizes, because I'm genuinely really happy with this one. I don't know what, I wouldn't pack this guy back up, because I feel like this one was like in the $30 range and this one was in like the 60 something dollar range. I was like, I would pack that one up and get 2 of these and replace that one, like replace that one. So that's just me. Let me finish fluffing this and then we're gonna light it up. So this is mildly fluffed. Okay, this one does, hold on, I gotta get batteries. Oh, look at you, cutie. I was genuinely not expecting that. That's cute. Okay. So that's the combo. This is called In Wave. They're literally all listed on the battery pack, which is fantastic. The size of this is gorgeous. I think this is probably going to be the one that I pick to put on my island. Like seriously, if you watched the video before this of how I'm like planning to decorate for Christmas and some of my ideas and Pinterest inspiration, then you saw me talking about how I wanted one on my island. This right here is the one going on my island. Yep, that's it. I love the black base, which goes with all the black hardware that's already in my kitchen. So I love that, kind of blends in. And also this looks so good. I love this. Like I don't even want to change the setting. Okay, so there's waves. There's what's called sequential. They have a slow glow. Is it supposed to be moving? Or is it just that slow? Nope, it's just that slow. Okay, let me hold it over here because I don't want you to get it confused with the tree behind it. So we've got that. We've got chasing, flashing, which is like, woo, party tree, what? Slow fade. So they just like fade out slowly, fade in slowly. And then we have twinkle flash, which is like, whoa, strobe light tree. And then we just have like regular natural on tree. I really like this tree. I love, this is like off, let's see, this combination. I love this one. It just gives a little twinkle. I love that. So stinking much. Okay, this is the one. Out of all of the trees, I really like this one. The value is good. I feel like I have the 2-foot version of this one coming. 2 foot, this is a 2-foot tree. So like if you're looking for a dupe, if the king, or not the king, but if the My Texas House 2-foot version of the tree is out of stock, hands down, run, don't walk, get this one. It is so good. Yeah, I really like this one. I genuinely really like this one. And I love the fact that it's battery powered, unlike the 2-foot version of this My Texas House tree, because this tree can go anywhere, which is fantastic. We are not outlet trapped. I really like this. I really like this tree. This is fantastic. It's got multiple tones. Okay, all right. This, I was not expecting that. To sit here and unbox these 3 trees. I was expecting to love this one from the picture. I was expecting to be overwhelmed by this one. And this one was just like I need a battery powered tree. This one looks good and it's a little bit more on the budget friendly side. Genuinely was not expecting. This one's number 1. This gets the number 2 ranked spot. And then this guy behind me gets number 3 ranked spot. Seriously. I'll link all of these below if you're in the market for a Christmas tree. But yeah, that one's really cute, especially for the price point and the size and the fact that it is battery powered, so I can put it wherever I want to put it. And I'm not hiding cables and anything like that. That is fantastic. I'm very curious to see. I'm going to do some research. As soon as I turn the camera off, literally going to do some research to see if they make a different size of this tree. This one, it's great. It's a good tree. Just to kind of circle back. It's a good tree. I like it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it. But it just didn't overwhelm me like I was expecting. Like, I understand that it's really hyped and it sells out super fast, but I feel like it's really hyped because it sells out super fast and it's like, hurry and grab it really quick before it sells out. I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I don't know. I like it, but maybe it'll grow on me. By the end of the Christmas season, I may be like, oh my gosh, my Texas treehouse is the best Christmas tree that I own. Maybe. I wouldn't want a bigger one. I don't think. I don't know. That may not age well. Who knows? Yeah. Options. Now after I open this one, what do I do? Do I get more of this one and send this one back? Thoughts? What would you do? Okay, shut up. They have a 4-foot version of that tree. So if you're looking for a My Texas House dupe, this is the dupe. I have found it. It is linked below. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Like, it's just like, hold on. It's a 4-foot version of this, which looks very similar. It's similar. It's a real feel. I love it. This one hands down beats that one. Now do I return the My Texas House tree and get the ones from Amazon, guys? Man, I love this tree. It's a 4-foot version of this. They also have a 3-foot version of this. So depending on the size. Also, the 4-foot version, hold on. Camera. Right there, look at the phone. Come on. And also, you can get it in a 2-pack. So if you buy 2 of them, they come out to be $57.50 a piece for the 4-foot dupe of the tree. Those are, the My Texas House tree is $65. So you're saving a few dollars, what, $7 or $8? So it's not like a huge savings, but it is a savings, and especially like you can actually get it. So it's in stock. And buying 2 of them would be gorgeous. I did this last year and I absolutely loved it. And it was, we replaced our lamps in our bedroom with Christmas trees. It was so cute. That would be the play. Like, I feel like those would be adorable in there. Oh, I've got some decisions to make, you guys. We have decisions. So don't be mad at me, but I unboxed this Garland the other day because I was too excited to wait for the video. I'm sorry I didn't wait for you. I love you guys. But I was just really excited and I couldn't wait to open it. So I did. But I freaking love this Garland. It is the best dupe. It is one of those real feel, it's really nice feeling garlands, but it's not viral and it's not selling out super fast right now. While all of these other garlands are selling out, like my Hobby Lobby real feel garland, gone. It's like toast. The My Texas House garlands flying off the shelves. This one you can sit and you can order from the comfort of your home, which I personally loved. I sat my booty on the couch and I ordered this. I wasn't fighting anybody for it. Nobody was trying to steal it out of my shopping cart or anything crazy. And it came right to my front door. And I love it. Seriously, comes out. I got 6-foot strands and 9-foot strands because depending on what space I'm working on, depended on what size I needed. These things are great. The thing I love about it, it is not pre-lit. So I did get some little twinkly lights that I'm gonna weave through it. But the thing that I do love about this versus others is you see the garland, you got a little bit of like sprigs hanging down, but it's not just like falling. So a lot of the real feel garlands, my gripe with them is everything hangs. So it looks more so like this section of the garland. So as soon as you like hold it up, everything falls. So there's not a lot of structure to it. It's like buying ribbon without wire. There's just not a lot of flexibility to it. It's not gonna retain its shape. When you style it, it's just gonna fall down flat. Kind of like my hair, it's already fallen flat, which is less than impressive. So if I'm hanging it on my staircase here, what the heck, let's just hang it on the staircase. Bye, little pumpkins. Okay, I'm gonna take this bow down. Hold on, sorry, you can't see me at all. I'll do a better job, I promise. If we're just hanging it on these little command hooks that I already have here. So I promise, I'm gonna do a better job, okay? But just so you get the idea of how, kind of what I'm talking about here. Where's the hook? There it is. So when you lay this garland it's actually going to still cover the branch. So you're not going to be seeing all this exposed branch. You can literally twist and bend this and it's going to fill out. So what I plan to do is double these everywhere, even though this looks pretty decently full. But I love that it's going to hold its shape. Let's get a little closer look. But seriously, you can see from getting a closer look, you're not seeing the branch. Everything's not hanging down below the branch itself. So you can see it back in there. But this actually retains its shape. But you can see it holds its shape a lot better. Everything's not just draping, falling. And that's the thing that I love about this one is it does have some flexibility to it, so we can bend it and move it, and it's going to stay when you fluff it. You're not fluffing in vain. You can see that is literally staying put. It's bendable, and I love that about it. So I can make it look however I want. I love these. Seriously, I will link them down below if you are looking for them. They feel amazing. I love the tones on them being multiple styles because it looks like a real tree, and I just went and cut this garland out of a tree in the woods somewhere. I really, really like this one. So seriously, if you're looking for a real feel garland, I cannot wait to decorate with this one because they're gonna be so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. No, my bed is not made because I had every intention of washing my sheets today. But that's not happened, so you see where we are. Also, if you hear anything, my husband is out doing something to our yard. So he's being the yard man. But we are going to unbox the 7.5 foot slim queen flocked pre-lit King of Christmas tree. So I will have to say, they did gift this one to me, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest. So here we go. I already had a 9-foot version of this that goes in our living room, which I'm hoping will fit. We have, I think it should fit because we have 9-foot tall doors, so it's gonna be close. I don't know how the tree topper situation is gonna go, but we have a 9-foot tree that goes in there that is exactly like this one. So when they reached out to collaborate once again this year, I was very excited, like, let's do this. I love my 9-footer, so let's do a 7.5 footer and put it in the bedroom. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna prep this one. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna look gorgeous in front of my large gold mirror. So let's see what goodies come in this box. Okay. All right. So we've got the base, which is kind of classic Christmas base. Oh. I knocked one of the little feeties off. So we've got the same Christmas base as before. Just twists in to secure the tree into the base itself. We have the instruction manual and the remote. So I'm gonna be perfectly honest, with our other one, I didn't realize until last year, and I worked with them 2 years ago, that the tree had a remote with it. I was so excited about the tree, I just didn't look at the goodies, you guys, I'm sorry. Okay, got a bag. It says King of Christmas, so we have somewhere to store it at the end of the season. I love that they have gloves. Another one of those things that I completely missed in the box. Yeah, I missed it the first time. I'm gonna use these. These are great. Love that they come with that. Also, I feel like it's at a good price point. The quality of this tree to the price point is really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively give this an 8 out of 10, just basing it on the tree that I already have that I absolutely love. So yeah. Okay, so I have politely asked my husband to not patch the yard so we can talk about this Christmas tree for like 5 minutes. So let's do this. All right, so got the base. Pop the cork. Whoop, right in there. That's these little protector pieces, so I'm definitely keeping those. That's going back in the box. That way when I consolidate it at the end of the season, we are going to be able to have a place to kind of organize that. We're going to slide it over here. And start bending all the branches down. Yeah, this may be the wrong section. Yep, I have a feeling this is the wrong section. Hold it. Okay, just a minute. Haha, this has the pointy bit at the end. That would be the correct section. Now we're ready for this bit. So we're gonna fluff this part before we put it on the tree, because that's gonna make it a whole lot easier to do. So then we're not having to bring in a ladder or really do any of that, because it's already been prepped before it was put on the tree. Stop it. I am in love. I love this tree so much. We have to probably rearrange a bit, and we have to move the mirror some. Oh my gosh. I'm genuinely obsessed with this tree. I love it. Yeah. I knew I would love it. Okay, so I gotta fluff the rest of this thing. That's gonna take a hot minute. So I'm gonna let you take a little second break, and I'm gonna fluff this, and then I'll show you the end product. All right, a bit of time later, and oh my gosh, she's beautiful. All right, let's turn it on. Oh, would you look at that glow? Oh my goodness. I love all of the teeny tiny lights. We've got the different modes. So you have one, which is on solid. The second mode kind of twinkles back and forth. I think this one might actually be my favorite. Number 3, which kind of twinkles back and forth a little bit faster. And when you're using the remote, don't point it at the tree. You have to point it at the box at the bottom. So at the little foot pedal, like you see there. All right, so we're gonna go for number 4. And that is a kind of a slower glow of coming on and off. It's got that all the way up the tree. Number 5 is really dancing lights. So we are a very happy tree right now. And then number 6 is another kind of a slow glow to start with. I could not find these in the manual of like what each setting was. So I don't know if I missed it or what, but this is kind of a slow on and off again. 7 is fancy blinking back and forth. Again, another kind of type of that. So it kind of feels like a lot. This setting feels like a lot to me. I love a good twinkle, but we've got setting number 8, and it's kind of dancing back and forth. So I think this may be like the combo mode. So it does a little bit of everything. Maybe. Usually that's what these are. Or not. It's just dancing back and forth. Oh, it's getting faster. Hold on. All right, so this is more of a gradual, but seriously, love this tree. We're gonna turn it back solid for a second. Love it. Love the glow that it gives. I love that the lights are a little bit smaller. So they're not quite as big as like the classic Christmas lights. They're smaller, but they give such a really pretty glow. I cannot wait to get our bows and our ornaments and everything on this Christmas tree because it is going to be absolutely gorgeous. You guys, it is going to be so, so pretty. Also, thank you to King of Christmas for sending this one over. That is going to round out the unboxing for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it maybe helpful for like seeing the trees, kind of getting a feel for it. I think this one is really great quality. I know it was gifted, but seriously, honest opinion, love this tree so much. It is gorgeous. Loved our 9-foot one enough that I'm like, I want a second one. So I feel like that should say how much I like the tree because I was literally obsessed with it. The entire queen flocked line to me is just gorgeous. That's my favorite line from King of Christmas. And then with the others that we unboxed, I really like the one in our dining room. I'm happy with that pick. Also being a little bit more budget friendly for a slim tree and that sort of thing. I would have got a King of Christmas tree to go in the dining room, but they didn't have one in the queen line that fit, and I wanted something similar. So I really liked that one. So it's a good solid Christmas tree. I love the little ones, the ones that we found. Oh my goodness, you guys. I've still got decisions to make. I'm curious to see your thoughts on whether I should return my Texas house tree or get the one from Amazon that is like the little one that I like, but in a bigger size. I don't know, we'll see. I have some spaces that I want them, and having them battery powered would be helpful. I don't know. I'm excited to see your thoughts, but that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to click that thumbs up button, red subscribe button if you are new, and end of the video club. You gotta let me know which one of the trees was your favorite. The dining room tree, one of the little smaller trees, or the lovely queen that I have behind me. So curious to see which one was your personal favorite. I think I have to go with the queen. She has my heart, but I love this one so much. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.